So that day that the video was shot, I was up there at the school to pick up my kids, and they told me that 2 Chainz was in the gym shooting a video, and it was for an Australian artist named Guy Sebastian. I didn't know who that was, and but I couldn't get in the gym to see who it was, or even to verify that. Nobody would verify that. So when the video comes out, I see that, you know, you got these girls dry humping the initials of our community leader. And you got to understand, that's a Muslim institution that already has a culture. It takes its name after a very renowned leader that we all are students of, the people the Muslims that identify with his leadership. And, you know, it was hurtful to see that. That was hurtful. And a lot of people wouldn't have known where the video was shot, but whoever the director was wanted people to know where it was shot because of the last shot in that video. It places them in that gym. So it was like a smack in the face. And so my attitude, you know, was immediate in responding back to what was done and how it was done. If you're gonna rent out a facility, and you know, you got a lot of gyms all over Atlanta, but that was specifically sought out for that gym, and it was embarrassing to see something like that. So, you know, it's not 2 Chainz' fault. It's usually not a lot of artists. You know, I've followed a lot of different artists' careers, and 2 Chainz doesn't have anything in his history that says, you know, he wants to get at African-American Muslims, especially, you know, from the community of Imam W.D. Muhammad. There's nothing that says that he was trying to do that. But he was probably pulled into a situation. He knew he was at a Muslim school, and even though the video is not as bad as most other videos, it's a Muslim institution, and we may listen to different type of music, but it's not, you know, being taught to children. We're not saying that it's okay for children. We all do our own things individually, but it's just, that's not what we stand for. And we already have, you know, our own identity. So that totally went against opposite. And to have a song called Mama Ain't Proud, like, that's not us. We want to make our moms proud. So, you know, to come in our establishment and do something like that is blatant disrespect. For me, it's nothing personal against 2 Chainz. I don't want to physically hurt him, you know, anything like that. It's just, you know, I just love tapped him, you know, in the song. It's not really, you know, he's in the situation, but it looks more like he was used in the situation than anything, just based on his history. But those Australian artists and groups that came in for that, I don't know them. You know, I don't know their career like that, but that was blatantly disrespectful, what they did. But, you know, payback is a mug, you know. Everybody has their advantages in life. Sometimes people's advantage is money. But, you know, we all blessed with our own advantages. I was looking at the video, I'm like, you know, what if those guys, you know, their loved ones, their family members was in those positions, that, you know, dry humping the initials, you know? What would that look like if their family members, you know, are in those positions? Like, how would they take that, you know? Like, if you see a cowboy star on the ground, like, and you got all this space on a football field, but you specifically dry humped the star, you know, that means something. I think Dallas Cowboys fans would take offense to that. So, you know, you can't say that wasn't done for some reason or on purpose. And, you know, if that's the case, then once you get caught, expect repercussions from doing stuff like that. You don't come in somebody's house and just disrespect them. It's just, you know, on this side of the water, Imam Muhammad's community is big. It's the biggest. So, you know, you're not just going to sit back and let somebody come in the house and just do stuff like that. Just all bad, man. Nothing against 2 Chainz. He can respond however he want to respond, but ain't no real beef there. He just a bigger name artist, and he's on the song. But that was disrespectful, man.
But that's Drake rapping. When he raps, he's one of the best, dog. Like, he says shit I've never heard before.
You don't. Like, I can't go in somebody else's house, and even though they let me wear their clothes and eat their food, that's not my house.